All right. Seems like desktop audio is muted. No. Seems like I have two desktop audio. That's not good. All right, let's see what we can do. Now, is there any desktop audio? Let's find out. Turn this music up. The music turns up. Okay. Cool. All right, and I'm still coming through. That's good. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So we have a lot to prep, a lot of different things to prep. We don't really have to prep anything for tonight's game, which is good. One thing I did want to check out is there was about 14 updates to Doroku or whatever, which is a UI mod for Pathfinder. And I'm very confused why it had to update so many times. And now when I log in, all my stats effects are squares again. And I'm pretty sure Doroku, or whatever the fuck it's called, is supposed to manage that stuff. So I'm very curious what happened. So let's see what we got. Okay. Pathfinder. We got voice actor, PF2. I mean, do we not even have it turned on? Let's check that first. Oh, we don't even have it turned on. Which one is the right one? Pathfinder 2e Doroku or UI Pathfinder 2e Doroku UI. UX is user experience. UI is user interface. UX is a relatively newer term, so maybe that's the one we gotta turn on. That's very confusing. All right, let's Google them real quick. PF2E Doroku UX. All right. Doroku UX. What do you have to say for yourself? Chat log and history, overhauls and features, journals, and notes. Last updated 5 hours. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's like a lot of updates that are happening to this thing. Chat log and messaging. Alright, so what is the other one? UI PF2 Doroku UI. Alright. They split into 2 modules. I need both. That's some bullshit. Why do I need 2 different modules? Why not just have one? Sorry, tossed ring out. I'm just really upset because I spent 6 hours this past weekend migrating my D&D games over to version 3 D&D on Foundry 11, and I'm not over it yet. That's 6 hours of my life that, you know, yeah, I get to play D&D and stuff afterwards, but it's like the amount of executive functioning to like test mods over and over and over and over and over again. It was doing something to me. Yeah, it was miserable. I didn't bother streaming it because people have seen me cry enough. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember Friday morning. It's 2 a.m. on Friday morning. I'm just quietly crying at my keyboard because nothing was working. It was so miserable. So yeah. Okay, so Doroku needs both. Well, it gets both, and now we got little rings around our guys. I'm not gonna ask any fucking questions. I guess the update toggled off the mod when it got split into 2 pieces. I'm sure there's settings and stuff that we have to look at, but I don't want to. Alrighty, so it's been a while since we dug into these here Pathfinder notes. So let's look at these Pathfinder notes. This is Pathfinder Journey 2023. Oh man, well this is Pathfinder Journey 2024, baby. Alright, so rules corrections. Yep. You might have wondered what happened to Dr. Robin Zorro. Well, Dr. Robin Zorro got married. But I guess he has escaped from his marriage, or maybe he's done enough marriage obligations that he's using the internet again. I'm not sure. But for about like four weeks or so, it may have appeared to you guys that we understood the rules. That's not necessarily the case. However, we seem to be getting a lot less rules corrections nowadays. So either we are doing things right, or Dr. Robin Zorro is just tired from being married. I'm not sure which it is. Maybe a little bit of both. Anyways, we're going to go and we're going to backlog through our questions. Let's see, are there any held for review? Thank you very much. Sure, you can. That's a great question. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Concealment does not hide people. Just makes them difficult to target, so you can always see them. They are observed unless specifically hidden using stealth. Alright. So, I thought when they were trying to keep their identities a secret that concealment makes you miss 20% of the time. So I thought that maybe the fine details of an individual might be lost if they are in concealment, right? That doesn't seem like too big of a stretch. So I'm gonna have a counterpoint to this. So hold on. Counterpoint. Concealment makes you miss 20% of the time. So there should be some sort of impact on the fine details of the subjects being perceived inside of the concealment. That's my counterpoint to it. And I do have a tweet from Aaron Shanks, from Paizo, says I could do whatever I want. So, I mean, just throwing that out there. All right. I will reply to this comment so that we know it's taken care of. And we're gonna reply with this counterpoint. Let's see. Concealment makes you sure, so there. I'm gonna put could be. Pathfinder kids can't handle words like could, because it's vague. You always gotta fight them with whatever weapons you have, guys. Fight the Pathfinder kids with whatever weapons you have. So there could be an impact on the finding. Yeah, see, as soon as you say could, like, the rules can't hurt you anymore. What if we spelled being right? Concealment, blah 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 blah. Great. All right. Thanks, Grammarly. Have you thought about just fixing it in one go? That'd be cool. All right. You can disbelieve the cards illusions with perception versus stacks DC. Okay. Alright, so this is in regards to a wild surge that made a bunch of illusionary cards appear. So here's the thing. Only if you had a reason to believe the cards were only illusions and not a summoned spell effect, period. Alright. So we'll counter to that one right there. Bloop. Alright. Where are episodes 1 through 159 of Skills of War? Buddy, they don't exist. They do not exist. We didn't think to start streaming or recording until much later on in the series. If you are interested in Red Hand of Doom, I ran that series again, and we did stream it in its entirety. Okay. Man, all I can think about is Unicorn Overlord. It's terrible. It's just such a good game. Swarms are immune to demoralize, as it is a single target mental effect. Ooh, discretion. Okay. All right. Counterpoint. Discretion will be so happy to hear that! Exclamation mark. I'm happy to hear it. Make swarms even stronger, Paizo. Give them all the strength that you would have given to temporary hit points. Let's see. Does anyone know the lore skills in the rules document? No. Honestly, lore skills were lifted from Pathfinder, but really only Dom uses them. Seemed like a good idea, but honestly, not much of a place for them in 5e. Yeah. Here's the place you need to be in 5e. Leaving. Sorry, that's pretty mean. Alright. A new exposure to the same poison. Oh my god, fucking poison. Needs its own subsection. Poison. Poisano. Alright. A new exposure to the same poison does re-trigger it, and you have to fort save to stop it advancing through the round. But the timer does not reset. I think is generally what's going on here. A new exposure to the same poison does re-trigger it. Period. Then you have to fort save to stop it advancing through the round. Stop it from advancing. Though the round timer does not reset. Thank you. Poison and related status effects continue to confuse me. Alright. I want to understand them. I really do, guys. The truth of the matter is, I'm just really dumb. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Swarms can step. Well, that's good to know. Let's put that. Let's go here. Swarms. Okay. Swarms. Sir. Really? Alright. There we go. Okay. Swarms can step. Great news. Alright. Next up. It's because it also is the check for your ability to lie and act to hide who you are. It's why you have to do it yourself or depend on magic. Impersonate, check, and disguise. Agreed. If it makes sense. These 5e babies, man. There's a lot of crying. A lot of crying. All right, let's see. So this would actually go at the beginning. Impersonate disguise. It is because it is also a check for your ability to lie and act to hide who you are. That is why you have to do it yourself or depend on magic. Love it. Great news. The main thing about the expensive kits is they take no investment slots. So on top of your 10 invested items, or more if you took a feat, you can have them as well as the same with spell hearts and like a reading ring. Items that don't take invested slots have a lot of utility. Keep in mind your ruined weapon shields and armor take invested slots. Oh. Shoot. I did not realize ruined weapons and armor took, what do they call this shit? Investment slots. Is it per item or per rune? Question mark. Good question, Crash. Thanks, Crash. Alright. Let's see. The main thing about expensive kits is, yeah, I mean, that part makes sense. You know, Ring of Swimming in D&D. Like, if you're a serious dungeon delver and you haven't bought yourself a Ring of Swimming by, like, level 3, like, what the fuck you even doing? GG nubs. Let's see. You mentioned this. Okay. The Cult of Mammon. Oh, yeah. So this is why I think that this kobold is named Richard, because this guy says, Snivy von Derpfuck. Fuckle. Snivy von Derpfuckle says, the Cult of Mammon has heard your plea. Consider this recompense for the years of worship. Shrug. Mammon wasn't in that episode, so I'm assuming he's talking about the kobold thing, and then he went and donated $600. So now we got a kobold living in the room with us, so it's pretty cool. Let's see. Dr. Robin Zorro says, Stack is the best. Laughing to tears emoji, rubbing the lamp 8 times. I don't know if he needs that kind of encouragement. What does Al mean? At 1...
It doesn't have anything to do with us, but nothing that's gonna get us in trouble.
You gotta fill 8 seats, right? You gotta fill 8 seats. Okay, that's not a big deal. Alright, more poison. Persistent poison and affliction poison are different things. That elixir is from an adventure and thought to be niche, as persistent poison is not as common as bleed or fire. You want an antidote elixir instead for poison afflictions. That's good to know. Since both of my alchemists went after that, so let me post this up. Alkenstar Saloon. We'll do Grom and Bella. Update on the magical anti-poison elixir. 2, 3, post. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Okay, let's see. Treat poison only works for 1 check. So as Kelly did not do it again, this check is only... The poison only works for 1 check. So as Kelly did not do it again, this check is only +1. What? Alright, hold on. That helps. You are currently down to what, poison 1? Stage 1?
Yeah,
so yeah.
+5.
Alright.
Ooh, nice.
There you go. No damage for you this round. You are cured.
Nice.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay. Treat poison only works for 1 check. Alright, we, I guess, kept applying the bonus over and over again. Poison is rough, y'all. Then I'm playing high-level D&D. They just eat a hearty breakfast, and they're immune to poison. Just immune to it. Just fucking immune. It just doesn't exist. That part of the game just doesn't exist anymore because they ate a healthy breakfast. I could barely survive with how dumb like the 5e rules feel. But I'm done trying to fix them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they get to be how they are. That's their business. I'm not gonna bother anymore. All right, let's see. What soundtrack was this from an episode of a thing from several years ago? Bro, we have no idea. Somebody pointing out that when we played Baldur's Gate 3, the weekend it came out, we could have just used the magic mirror to change our appearance. Yeah, it hadn't come out yet, bro. Let's see. Ooh, a cutscene. I like cutscenes too, Dr. Robinsrow. Yeah, you suffocate DC 20 fort save at the end of a turn on a fail and instant death on a crit, and DC increases by 5 each round. This is referring to drowning, which I guess I got right, but he just thought it was like maybe cool that I got it right, so he commented on it. Yeah, water is really bad, guys, in Pathfinder. Just don't ever go in water. If there's water, abandon the adventure. Oh, that was cool. My graphics just completely flashed before my eyes. Alright. What's next? I'm gonna put yes, comma, water is very dangerous. Exclamation mark. Let's see. You can't be prone while swimming. And you only go prone if you take fall damage. Well, Jeremy Crawford says you can be prone while swimming. It is called floundering, and it's not in PF2E. So, good point. Alright. Swimming. You can't be prone while swimming. So maybe swimming's not as dangerous as we thought, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's not as dangerous as we thought. Ooh, to spell prone right, that would be pretty cool. There we go. Alright, let's see what's next. Balance on a tightrope is DC 30. Yeah, I know it is, man, but like, they were dying, you know? I know, comma, but like, I didn't want a TPK, and it was cool. Alright. Let's see. You usually want lowest save, not lowest stat. They are not comparable. Okay, good advice. He's referring to when you get to ask a mechanical question off of a successful recall knowledge. Recall knowledge must drive most Pathfinder kids kind of crazy. Because I think they all would just have the stats memorized, right? Like, that's kind of their thing. So, like, having to basically pass a check so that they look like they're not using meta-knowledge, just, I don't know. I mean, there's so many monsters. I'm only now, after reading a couple of adventures, starting to see a couple of repeats. And they're, like, the real common monsters, so... okay. So then I got called out about for something like this. This is when when Sweet Pup wandered off. For something like this, the asleep PCs have a -4 perception from unconscious. The PCs on watch roll a secret perception with their times noted. The NPC has to roll stealth higher than those perception DCs, and the one active PC on watch. Sounds good. Active PCs. Okay, I'll put. I went. Let's see. DC. Yeah. I rolled against the passive of the Watchman with. Alright. Oh, Chloe. Let's see. -4 perception penalty from unconscious. Yeah, that makes sense. Poison is at the end of the round. How did we miss that? We're getting, like, we're always poisoned. Alright, well, here's another reminder. Poison is always at the end of the round. Okay, can't believe we missed this one. Okay. Let's see. You can only Doctor's Visitation once per turn. It has Flourish. Ooh, that's true. That's true. So this would be our medicine peeps, which we have one in each game. Alright. Let's see. In darkness, without dark vision, you are blind. Everything is difficult terrain. Everyone is hidden from you. If the enemy can see you, you are flat-footed, off guard to them. Yeah, I mean, we've been dealing with that since the beginning. Did we mess that up? Alright, let's see. Darkness. Alright, let's see. Yes, the roll is in the interval turns. So breath weapon actually has 1d4 plus 1 for breath weapon recharge. Why didn't they fix that in the revised? Or has the monster book not come out for revised yet? It must be because the monster book hasn't come out for revised yet. That seems like kind of a big deal that they forgot the +1 on all the breath weapons. Alright, what else we got? Life Shot is really shitty to use. 1 action to reload, 1 action to activate, 1 action to shoot. Yeah. Life Shots and other fancy ammo. 3 packs. 1 to load. 1 to activate, 1 to shoot. Still worth it in some cases. If someone is downed, you can walk or stand on their body. That is evil. I had an enemy stand on a PC body to stop them standing up if they healed. It is very evil. You could share space with a prone creature if that creature is willing, unconscious, or dead, and if it is your size or smaller. The GM might allow you to climb atop the corpse of an unconscious body of a larger creature in some situations. A prone creature can't stand up while someone else occupies their space, but it can crawl to a space where it is able to stand, or it can attempt to shove the other creature out of the way. I'm going to say that a larger creature can definitely still stand up, though. Because large creatures don't get shit in Pathfinder 2, and it makes me really mad. Like, I don't know why they hate large creatures more than Jeremy Crawford. I don't know. I don't know where this large creature hate comes from, but it ain't right. It ain't right. Let's see. Right. One thing you can lock more info behind successful recall knowledge checks as well with +2 increment increasing DC. It's usually fun, especially if you have the weakness of Akazendri and prepare for it. Yes, I have heard that each time they roll recall knowledge, that character, you're supposed to make the DCs go up for that character. That would be a cool mod, but, you know, we can also just use our brains to do that. Alright, what else do we got? I think we are caught up on rules calls from the doctor. Overall, it ain't that bad. What do we got? 13, 17, 19 different rules wrong in the last 2 weeks. Not bad. Could have been a lot worse. Or something. Alright. What else we got? Oh. Alright. Don't need a mod it in the system about multiple attempts. They gotta target the monster. Oh, that's great. The problem with targeting a monster is I feel like it doesn't give you, like, the lore options. You know what I mean? So, like, if we had Boots here, and then I had, I don't know, Jetri. There we go. And Jetri targets Boots. And I have him recall knowledge. Wow. There we go. Does it bring his lore skills in? Oh, it does. Okay. So then if I do it again, it's going to be worse? Let's see. It doesn't seem worse. It seems like it's applying the same stuff, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it, like, getting worse when he rolls it. I got him targeting the monster, too. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not too hard to, like, math it out in your head, but it still kind of sucks. So, let's see. Go here. Recall knowledge. Yeah, it's still the same. So, I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh, I see what you mean. You mean this interface right here where it literally says first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, so it's saying, like, if this is their second attempt, if this is their third attempt. Okay. Alright. That makes more sense. I thought it was, like, tracking that that character had scanned that miniature that many times, but that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright, so, let's see. Yeah, that's good. That all got taken care of. And let's see. We don't really need any notes because we got the adventure pretty much set for tonight. B team stuff. B team stuff. Alright. So, not this group, but the other group, they got some B team stuff going on, and sometimes it's hard to wake up early on a Saturday morning. So it is kind of tempting to go through and just sort of get those characters sorted real quick. I don't know. I guess I have time, though, because I don't know when they're going to go to... or what am I trying to say? I don't know when they're going to crash the airship or emergency land the airship. So we might not need it for a little bit, but we could go ahead and just build out some of them while we're thinking about it. All right, so Sid. Okay, Sid is heading 3. All right, so Sid's passive. Nope. There we go. And Sid's activated. All right, and we'll copy this and just paste it here. Great. So let's see, what does Sid bring into the table? Sid is a medic slash also, what is this? Why is there just like random fire there? Oh, that's the crashed airship. Okay, cool. Let's see. So Sid is a medic, engineer, and gunsmith. All right. So what would their passive be? Feels like maybe repair might be good. Okay. Patch things up. All right. provides a +2 circumstance bonus to repair checks. Seems pretty good. +1 circumstance bonus to 8 attempts. This increases +2. Okay. And then down here for activated. What would we do for activated? She's specifically like from Lex's backstory, but I don't want to make her like too like Lex already has a pretty dope character, so we don't really need to like go overboard on that. Let's see. What if we did reaction? And it would be medic, engineer, and gunsmith. So reaction. Boost potency. Okay. Trigger. Okay. You roll dice to heal or damage a creature. Okay, effect. You may re-roll one of those dice, keeping the new result. You may re-roll 2 or more dice with this ability, comma, but you then draw a fumble card because she's clumsy. It's actually on her character sheet, her NPC sheet. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, 2 or more dice with this ability, but you then draw a fumble card. All right. Yeah, that seems pretty good. All right, so we got that out of the way. A lot of miscellaneous prep right now. Okay, so then we're gonna do the cutscenes. Yeah. All right. And we were working on the cutscenes Saturday morning when we ran out of time. So let's see what we got going on there. Also, didn't everybody have like status effects and shit? Where did their status effects go? Am I losing it? Did that get... Was that part of the graphical thing that just happened? Was it shut off the mod again? I'm very tempted, y'all. Turn off 3D dice on all my games. Hey, they're back. So I don't know why there was that weird graphical glitch that turned off the UI. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright. Let's see. Expand Outlaws of Alkenstar. And we got the Sabora cutscene. Okay. So we scroll down here to Chapter 2, Searching the Spell Scar. Navigates to the eerie disordered gloom of ancient sandstone ruins. That's what we're going to read at the start of this session. Cradle of Courts. Here we go. This cutscene will explain what happened in the dungeon. Oh. Yes. Sort of. And then we've got Steaming Kingdom. Tying up loose ends from... Alright, so I'm actually not going to explain what happens in the dungeon. I'm just going to explain what's happening off camera. They can figure out the dungeon themselves. So let's grab this. So, cutscene should be right at the conclusion of the cradle. Alright. Debts and dangers. Let's see. There we go. All right. Opulent meeting room at night. The room is richly adorned with gold leaf accents and steam-powered chandeliers. Casting steam-powered chandelier. What is that? What the fuck is a steam-powered chandelier? That's so dumb. We're gonna put electric. There we go. Chandeliers casting a soft glow. Luxurious. Okay. It is luxurious, yet with an underlying tension that's almost tangible. How is... Huh. Okay. Here. That's terrible writing. The atmosphere in the room is luxurious, comma, yet there hangs in the air an underlying tension that's almost tangible. That's also terrible writing. You don't need this almost tangible. Man, AI robot really fucked this one up. Alright, hold on. The atmosphere is luxurious, yet an underlying tension hangs in the air. Muglin, in his striking blue suit, sporting his prominent mustache, freshly groomed and oiled, sits across from Sabora Sharkosa, her presence commanding with her tall stature, dark skin, sharp teeth, and gold-adorned attire. Alright. Let's see. Muglin, nervously adjusting his tie. Sabora, you know I'm good for it. The gold will be yours. Every last coin. Sabora, unimpressed, leans back, her gaze sharp and calculating. Raising an eyebrow. I've heard promises before, Muglin. They don't fill coffers or pay my crew. Muglin, leaning in, eager to convince. But I have something. Something that'll change the game for the Gilded Gunners Pyronite. A test run on the right target could have us swimming in gold. Sabora's interest is piqued, but her expression remains guarded. She slides a glass of cold glass of spiced cola towards Muglin with a glint in her eye. Enjoy the drink, Muglin. Make yourself comfortable. Pyronite, you say. Word on the street was you let it slip through your fat little fingers twice already. Muglin, desperate to seal the deal, takes a hesitant sip of the cola, the spices tingling his senses. Muglin, eagerly, well, sometimes you have to play a few hands before you win big, Sabora. I was working many angles, hence the heavy investments and funding I required. But, as always, payday. A payday I am eager to share with friends. So, do we have a deal? Sabora, smiling but with a dangerous edge. I like the idea, but let's get one thing straight. You're not going anywhere until I have my gold. Muglin nods, understanding the gravity of the situation. The room, with all its opulence, suddenly feels like a gilded cage. Okay. Leaning forward, eyes gleaming. Choose your target wisely, Muglin. This could be the beginning of a prosperous partnership, or your opportunity to become a very high-profile example to others. Nice, that's way better. Let's see. Muglin swallowing hard. Okay. You have my word, Sabora. You won't regret this. For your sake, I hope not. All right, that's pretty good. They share a look, a mix of anticipation and danger, as the steam-powered clock ticks ominously in the background before the steam whistle cuckoo screams the hour. There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good shit right there. I like that. Okay. Okay. Good. All right. So then that brings us to Chapter 4, The Steaming Kingdom. Well, Dobby, who has some pretty good ideas, had some ideas. So let's see what he's got. Loveless sitting, feet up at her desk, fan blowing in the corner as her aide Skedra enters. Loveless asks if Skedra did as she asked. In reply, Skedra pulls out bounty sheets of the party, placing them on the desk. Loveless orders the sheets to be shared between the men and to be on the lookout for them now that that fool Muglin is out of the picture. Our guests are waiting for us. Best not to keep them waiting. Camera pans to signed invoices of Pyronite. Ah, okay. It's a little messy, but we'll make it work. Okay, so going over here. That was good. It's time to write a new scene. Assuming a new scene using the same format and guidance I provided before. Okay, then Chatty Robot says, great to hear you're ready for another scene. Please share the outline or key elements you'd like to see in this next scene, and I'll get to work on it. Alright, in this next scene, we find ourselves in a old Western themed police officer's office. There, Angelique Loveless sits at her desk, her booted feet crossed and resting on the desk as she reclines in her chair, smoking a cigar. A rolled cigarette. There we go. Okay. She lazily blows smoke rings and hums a popular ditty. Okay. The door opens and a small, pale kobold wearing a wide brim hat and Coke bottle glasses walks in, burdened with stacks of papers. Alright, so far so good. Okay. Loveless inquires about the status of the new wanted posters the posters depict our framed heroes in the most negative light. All of their recent crimes, both real and imagined, on display, along with sizable bounties. Skedra nervously places samples of the wanted posters on Loveless's desk. Okay. The camera shows the desk top down, panning across the posters, but also showing some business documents that mention the sale of pyronite, the elusive and deadly explosive that is central to our plot. Okay. Lovelace explains that things will be moving fast now with that fumbling fat fool Mugland out of the game. Period. She is confident but cautious, explaining there is a lot at stake here, and the buyers are already on their way. We need to wow them and send them home happy. Alright, let's see what they come up with. Aw, for Nightfall. That's very nice of you. Alright. Grab this. Take a screenshot of that. Darby, you really think Nightfall needs the help? I mean, it just seems like I don't even remember what happened last week. It's already just a blur to me what actually happened. As far as I know, they're all ready to go take a little nap and then go beat up a witch. Sounds right. All right. Title: Wanted, Warnings, and Wily Plans. Wow, that sounds really dumb. But that's okay. All right, here we go. I don't know, but I got points to spend. Fair enough. You don't want to save them for college? I heard college is pretty dangerous. They got sharks and shit. Wanted, Warnings, and Wily Plans. Here we go. Old Western themed police officer's office, daytime. The office blends rustic charm and functional orderliness, with sunbeams filtering through the half-drawn blinds, casting long shadows. Angelique Lovelace, the formidable Shield Marshal Captain, sits relaxed at her desk, her booted feet propped up, leisurely smoking a hand-rolled cigarette. The smoke dances in the slanted light as she hums a catchy tune. The door creaks open, and in scuttles Skedra, a small, pale kobold with a wide-brim hat, shadowing her face. There we go. Sexist. And thick Coke bottle glasses perched on her nose. Come on now. You're really going to make these assumptions? She's almost comically laden with stacks of papers struggling under their weight. Amused without looking up. What do you have for me, Skedra? Nervously adjusting her glasses. The new wanted posters, Captain. Fresh from the press. She Oh my god. Places the posters on the desk. With a reverence bordering on fear. Lovelace swings her feet off the desk, leans forward, and examines the samples. The camera shifts to a top-down view of the desk, showcasing the vivid wanted posters with artistically exaggerated depictions of the heroes, their alleged crimes sprawling across the paper alongside hefty bounties. Amidst the posters, partially obscured business documents hint at transactions involving Pyronite. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Eyes narrowing, strategic. With Muglin out of the picture, we're stepping into the spotlight. These posters will spread fear, confusion, just the distraction we need. Skedra, tentatively, and the Pyronite, Captain? Leaning back, a confident smirk. That's our ace. The buyers are en route, Skedra. We're not just selling them explosives. We're offering power. We need to impress them. Give them a spectacle. Nodding, still uneasy. Understood, Captain. Everything is in place. See, I don't know what this means. I need to impress them, give them a spectacle. It sounds dope as hell, honestly. Are they going to blow something up on the river? Because that sounds pretty cool. There's a lot riding on this. Hold on. A lot is riding on this, more than just gold. We're shaping the future here. Ensure our guests leave more than satisfied. She takes a final drag from her cigarette, snuffs it out, and stands, her demeanor shifting from casual to commanding. It's time to show Alkenstar and the world what the fuck? That's not what they're after. Schedule nods. Collecting the rejected drafts and scurries out as Lovelace turns to gaze out the window, contemplating the unfolding events with a mix of anticipation and caution. Alright. So, they took some very huge liberties there. It's ready. Period. The buyers are en route. We're not just selling explosives, we're offering power. We need a press to give them... that's the draw. They can't stop now. And neither can we. There we go. A lot is riding on this. A lot is riding on this. More than just gold. We're shaping the future here. Shaking things up. Helping the world show its true face. She takes a final drag from her cigarette, snuffs down, and casual commanding. Let's see. Let's see. We're shaping the future here, shaking things up and helping the world show its true face. Alright. When this deal is complete, the region, hell, maybe the world is never going to be the same. Yeah. I like that. Skedra nods, collecting the rejected drafts, and scurries out as Lovelace looks out the window, contemplating... they're not rejected. Collecting any spilled papers. It's like they just went a completely... They were like telling a lot of stories that weren't the stories that we were trying to tell. Skedra nods, collecting any spilled papers, scurries out as Lovelace looks out the window, contemplating the unfolding events with anticipation and caution. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, so then that would bring us to book 3. So book 3 would be 2. Nope. Book. There we go. Heading 1, and then there we go. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Outlaws. Oh, actually, I have to go. I got some things I have to take care of before the game, which is why I started prepping early tonight. All right, yeah, we've been prepping for an hour. That's good. We made some progress, got a few things done. So, Conti will be streaming the game tonight. The VOD will be up on YouTube eventually, which is to say, like, Friday, I think. If you want to watch the game live, you can. Otherwise, you can watch it later. Otherwise, you know, whatever. Tomorrow night's probably the last night of Cyberpunk, if you wanted to catch that. I believe guest streamer for that will be Red. Otherwise, that will be on the YouTube eventually. I'll be doing some Pathfinder Kingmaker prep tomorrow night, probably playing some Baldur's Gate 1, and then Wednesday, nothing going on stream. Thursday, Curse of Strahd. Friday, no vodcast. Saturday, Outlaws High Noon. Sunday, we're going to have Curse of Strahd Daybreak and Mythic Odyssey. And then Monday night we'll be back here. Hope everybody has a good week. I'll see you next time.